Alrighty, welcome back to another episode of Darkness Rising Season 2 Project Proudstar. So, last time, the players had come to Caminus, returning the Forge of Solus Prime to Caminus' leader, the Mistress of Flame, before learning that Nova Prime had taken it and was supposedly the reason it ended up on Cybertron, though how exactly nobody actually knows because Nova Prime disappeared before he ever returned. And then the party was then directed to the scholars, Nautica and Windblade, who led them to a temple where they endured 3 trials. The trials teaching them the truth about Liege Maximo and his supposed betrayal, and supposedly the fact that he got Solus Prime killed. Turns out she faked her death in a plot with Liege Maximo. At the end of the trials, the party came upon a room where they found Leozak, one of the Proudstar crew members who was locked in stasis and placed here eons ago by Nova Prime himself. At least, that's the prevailing theory everyone is having. Leozak herself. So, that is where we are today. Unfortunately, Hades and Night Howl's players are unable to be with us today due to personal things and whatnot. Oh well, that's fine. They said it was okay to run the session without them. So, Cloud9 was not technically here last session because Anno had a storm come through that kind of made it impossible for him to stick around. So, but Cloud9 I did have, as everyone could see on the map, was a part of the journey, while Loose Wires, who was not here last session, is back for this session, but currently the character is on the Knights Temenus. So let's get this started. You're all still in the temple. It's good to be awake again, finally.
Imagine.
So, what exactly are you doing here, Nexus?
Searching for Nova.
The game is paused.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot about that, sorry.
Okay.
Interesting group you brought along.
Yep.
Well, this isn't Cybertron, so I imagine you have a ship?
Yeah.
Mind taking me there? Waking up from stasis after so long has me, well, exhausted still.
Of course.
Do you want something to perk you up?
Perhaps.
You see a massive, fluffy tarantula crawl down the arm of the statue and just use a web to kind of like hang down. And he hands out a vial.
She cautiously takes the vial.
Alright. Performance-enhancing drug test on live person. Stage 1.
Nice. She looks at it curiously and is like, what exactly am I supposed to do with this?
Oh, you just drink it. Just put it down your mouth.
Okay. And she puts it to her lips and then just kind of downs it immediately, like medicine.
I'm just warning you guys, she may get like a really, really, really high power boost from that, so you might want to, He cautiously steps back a bit.
Her
She
body...
was... Cloud9, did you just test a performance enhancer on a bot who just got out of stasis after literal millions of years?
Maybe.
Whoa. That stuff is strong. I can feel my system starting to kick into overdrive already.
Oh, at least it doesn't seem to be impacting you negatively as of yet. Though we should definitely get you to the ship.
With all the rat testing and a bunch of other stuff that I've been using, it really shouldn't have an issue unless something's wrong with them.
Oh,
The issue I... To be fair, I wasn't finding the issue being the performance enhancer so much as, again, the issue being the variable that is the fact that she just got out of a very, very long stasis lock.
It'll be fine, Genesis.
Yeah, luckily, if anything does go wrong, luckily, fuck, I forget her name.
Hard lift.
No, not her. Her
Cerebros?
mentor.
Oh,
Yes.
Cerebros.
Luckily, Cerebros is on board the ship as well, so if anything does go wrong, she'll probably be able to fix it.
Oh, excellent. It's been a while since I've seen Cerebros as well.
Yeah. Well, we should probably head over then.
Yeah. Hades will offer to take Night Howl and Leozak back to the ship if you guys wish to go anywhere else.
Yeah, I'll take you up on that offer, Hades. There's actually someone I want to visit here in the city. Well, on
Alright.
the outskirts, at least.
Alrighty. Hades will give a little bow and then lead Leozak and Night Howl off back to the ship. Alrighty. Nautica turns to you and is like, well, me and Windblade better get back to the research laboratory. We have a lot to go over with all this new information we've learned. Thanks for helping us into the temple.
No problem. Real quick, can you give me directions to where Cyclonus has been staying?
I could do my best, yeah. He kind of moves around every now and then, so I can only give you a rough estimate, but here you go. She hands you some coordinates.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. With that, they will also be off. So you gonna head immediately to where Cyclonus is, or are you gonna pick anyone up on the way?
I'm thinking of just going straight to Cyclonus, yeah.
Alrighty.
You wanna
so-
come with me, Cloud9? Or you got other stuff you wanna do?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with moving around with you, but first I need to do something real quick. He quickly starts squirting venom out of his fangs and onto his pole arm.
Fair enough.
And I'm ready. Alright, let's go.
Yep. And we will make our way to the coordinates we were given.
Alrighty, first things first, we're gonna go to the Knights Terminus. So, everyone is on Camnus, Hades is on their way back, but Loosewires, what are you and Steve up to, and do you wish to travel to the surface?
We will. Right now, Loose Wires is doing research on Viacons.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I have a plan.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, so right now, trying to figure out just what they are and, what they're used for in the Decepticon army. Well, Steve is
Alright.
probably chilling and painting.
Probably, yeah. So, as you head down to the city, let me go ahead and make sure all the correct tokens
Yeah.
are there.
I'll ask Steve if he wants to tag along, new planet, new places he could paint.
Steve says that he will venture on his own, but he wants to finish his current painting first.
Aw, he's growing up. I'll leave him some cash.
Excellent, excellent. Alrighty, so as you are heading into the city, you pass by Hades, who lets you know where Nexus and Cloud9 have disappeared to, if you want to rejoin with them.
Yeah, sure. They may need a medic, so
Yeah.
I'll do city site later. Might as well go join them.
Alrighty, let me pull up your guys' tokens onto the correct map.
I am LeFast.
Yeah. So, Nexus and Cloud9, you get to the site first, and this location is something that the Camions you have come to learn call the Honored Graves. It is a location where many Camions have been buried, along with supposedly Solus Prime herself. So, let me pull up the map now. As you enter the site, you see Cyclonus meditating in front of the largest grave at the burial site. He has not noticed you yet.
I'll walk up. As I get closer, does it appear like this grave... Can I see what's, like, written on the grave or whatnot?
Not from this distance.
Okay. Though I can't assume. I will keep walking, and I won't really be, like, stealthy or anything, but I will remain relatively quiet
Right.
as I approach.
You've never really been good at hiding your footsteps, Genesis.
Well, you're right, though it's not like I was trying to.
Why are you here, Genesis, on Caminus?
I'm looking for Nova. He seems to have left something of a trail, and it led us here.
I see.
I
Who
wanted to
is
ask
us?
me and a couple others. He points to Cloud9. This is Cloud9, and though they're not currently with us, there's one of the ancient knights. Technically, a few of them, as it's their ship we've been using to traverse the stars.
I see. So Nova Prime's trail led you to Caminus. Why are you here, though?
To ask you about some things.
Like?
Specifically relating to the legacy of the Primes you were tasked with guarding when you were sent with Caminus.
It's the same legacy
create-
all 13 of us First Forged were tasked keeping.
Fair enough. Well, I also wanted to ask a bit about Solus's grave and such.
What about it?
There is a temple here on the outskirts of Caminus that Nova Prime visited once. Our trail, or the trail he left, led us to it, and it seems he left information there for us, which we just learned recently. A little while ago, in fact. Apparently, Solus faked her death in cahoots
I'm aware.
I see.
Nova Prime told me this himself when he visited that temple. So
Had
you
a feeling.
completed the trials.
Yeah.
You think Solus's grave is empty.
I think it's a possibility.
I assure
at
you
the
it's
very
not.
least- Well, is it Solus that's in there?
Yes, I would know. I helped put her there.
And what exactly does that mean in this context?
Simple. I was one of the ones who was helping place her within the tomb before setting off for Caminus. I was the one who buried her, who placed her tomb in this site. I am the reason these graves are called the Honored Graves.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't like what you were insinuating, Nexus.
I wasn't trying to insinuate anything, it's just... Look, there have been quite a few different surprises surrounding all of this stuff lately, and I'm not really sure what to think right now. So I just wanted to make... I assumed you meant what you meant, but I wanted to make sure I was correct in that assumption.
Right.
Just because technically you putting her there could be taken in a few ways, just with how you said it.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Nexus, or is that all?
Well, I was also interested in seeing how you've been doing since we last spoke, considering it has been a long time.
I was sent here to protect Caminus and Solus Prime. I failed at one of those jobs when Nova Prime decided to take the Forge. I did nothing to stop him, and for that I have been banished from the people that I was sent here to help forge. So I'm doing peachy. Genesis.
Enough. From this distance, can I see what's written on the gravestone?
It is the language of the Primes. You imagine it's short enough that you imagine it as Solus Prime's name.
Yeah. Farewell then. I suppose we'll take our leave.
I feel like there's more to this than what you're leading on. Spit it out already.
The part of the reason I wanted to know more about Solus's grave isn't simply because I thought it might have been empty. More than anything, it seemed like that may have been where everything we learned in the tomb, or in the temple, was pointing us to. Plus, there's the fact that the Forge wound up back on Cybertron, and yet we never saw Nova return with the Forge.
Now that is precarious.
Yes, though a part of me thinks that if it really, that whether we saw him or not, if it really was Nova, or at least by his orders or intentions, that the Forge ended up back on Cybertron. A part of me can't help but think that it was left to ensure that we found our way to Caminus. He knew that I would come looking for him. He also knew that a knight would accompany me. So a part of me can't help but think that it was by no accident or coincidence that we found the Forge on Cybertron.
So what is it you wish to do, Nexus?
Well, I think something somewhere here or around, or perhaps in the grave itself, might be a clue, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I get the feeling that it's pointing towards Solus's grave and such, but I don't really know what about it it's pointing to. Unless you have any thoughts on the matter.
I do not, but you may take your look.
Thank you. And I will begin trying to just kind of examine it.
Alrighty.
I'll lend assistance.
Cool,
Thank you. So this would be alertness investigation,
Yep.
correct?
Correct.
Cool. So an upshift and an edge. Ah, pretty good.
Wow.
For only having a natural D2 in alertness, that
is pretty good.
yeah.
Alrighty, so with that, you don't find much in the form of any like clues written down or anything, but it does seem like her tomb is easily opened.
Strange.
What?
It seems the tomb is easy to open.
What?
Yeah. Tomb might actually be empty. I'm gonna open it.
Alrighty, I will need you to roll brawn.
Okay, I actually have a
I can
D4.
lend assistance on that.
Yeah. Do they hear the roar of the engine in the distance?
Yes, Cyclonus will draw his blade
Hey.
and step forward, not knowing who you are.
Hello, I'm with those two.
Oh, yep, he is. I assume Hades gave you the location
Yeah,
of where we
thought
can
you
go?
might need assistance. What you doing?
Opening this tomb, because I'm pretty
Ooh,
sure
grave robbing, let me help.
you were way too quick to accept that, but okay.
Look, in our line of work, you either have to accept quick or you die. That's the motto.
That's fair. So, Cloud9 was lending assistance on that one, right?
Yeah, I'll lend you assistance as well.
Cool.
Mine gives edge and upshift because of bureaucrat.
Cool. Nice. So, and I actually have
Alright.
pretty decent brawn, all things considered.
Ah, no kidding.
just
Alrighty.
25.
So,
Yep.
with that, what do you have? With that, you open the tomb. And within it is a deactivated Solus Prime.
Huh.
Just as
Would you
you
look at that?
remember what she looks like, Nexus, from back in the old days of the war. Before her death, at least, when you were all first forged.
May I
Just-
roll science to see if it's possible to reactivate their stuff with the energon and such that I've got?
You sure as hell can try.
Can I
Alright.
roll technology to see if it's an elaborate clone or something akin to
Yes,
it?
you can.
All right. Edge specialization.
Look around the inside of the tomb and see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, so
Alrighty,
with
go ahead and roll.
expertise, that's.
That'd be
so-
alertness again, correct?
Correct.
Cool.
All right, so that's
that's
27.
very
Just
well.
27 for me.
Okay, so 27 for
14
Anno,
plus,
and then 14, 11, 13.
plus 11. That's 25 plus 27. That is.
27 plus 11. so that's,
sorry, 27
38.
plus
38.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, so it is not an elaborate clone. It does appear to be the genuine article. Not that you would necessarily know who Solus looks like because she was dead before you were forged, Loose Fires, but it doesn't
Yeah.
seem to be some crazy clone experiment.
Oh,
and
just fair. Had to
Cloud9,
make sure.
for you, it seems like something more purified than just the energon you have on you would work.
I look to Nexus.
Yeah. Anyways,
Ooh.
I assume I don't find anything with that
Correct.
4. Yep. Can I use technology to examine her body and see,
No,
like,
no,
how dead she is?
Hold up.
Like,
Nexus.
yeah.
Do you have any of the pure stuff, the white stuff?
Not currently, but I should be able to whip up a batch in a bit.
I can help if you want.
Yeah. First, I want to check some things.
Gotcha.
That dude is giving us a major side glances, just saying.
Yeah, I know. I want to roll technology to try and examine and see if it's, like, how damaged she is. Like, is this like a straight up, she is dead in this state? Or is it like a sort of like a stasis-esque type thing where she's sort of just
Go ahead and roll
on
technology.
a very long power down? Cool. Edge and 3 upshifts. Oh, oops, I was supposed to roll that specialized. I'll do that
I'll let
this
you reroll, yeah. There we go. Alright, so...
24 plus 11, so 35.
Alrighty. So yeah, she seems to be in some sort of suspended stasis, like a stasis that is self-contained and not requiring a stasis pod of any sort. Way above your knowledge of how science works, probably prime magic bullshit, the usual. But it does appear that she is alive. She is damaged. She is badly damaged from whatever happened between her and Megatronus, but the damage doesn't appear to be what was the quote-unquote cause of death. Instead, something else caused her to enter this stasis state, and she very much is alive.
She's not dead.
Well, if she's not dead, I could perform repairs, and then we put the pure stuff you talk about. That should power her back online.
She's not offline, technically. She's in some
Well,
sort of...
she's in stasis.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not like technological stasis.
Prime bullshit?
I assume so, yeah.
Makes sense.
So,
Alright,
Alpha Trion's probably the best bet.
yeah, you can call him up. I look at Cyclonus. Hey, buddy, do you mind if we try to reactivate this one?
I feel like I should
yes,
say
thank you.
I feel like I should say no, but it is one of the great primes, and if she is not truly dead, then I also don't see a reason why not.
Yeah, far as I can tell, at least on a technical level, her vitals do show that she's not dead.
Yeah, let me repair whatever damage she sustained. It should not take a bit.
You do that while I will call up Alpha Trion, see if he can help us on the matter.
I will tell you
Alright,
right now, Loose Wires, you do not have the ability to repair a prime.
Even without a success?
Correct.
Oh. Well, even the external damage, right? I'm not trying to power her back on, just see if I could repair whatever damage she sustained.
The damage she sustained happened to be caused by the Requiem Blaster. It is not going to be repairable by someone who isn't a prime.
Damn it.
I'm gonna call up Alpha Trion.
Yeah, you
Alrighty.
should.
Hey, Alpha.
Nexus, my boy. What's happening?
So, we were able to follow the lead with, Nova. He left some information for us. Long story short, Liege Maximo was aware of the shadows and he worked together with Solus so she'd fake her death in order to divide the primes. And we're at Solus's grave and she's in some sort of, we assume, prime suspended stasis, but not dead.
In short, she needs a prime to be repaired, and you're the only prime on board.
Do you have any of your bright energon on you, Nexus?
No, but I can whip some up on the ship easily enough.
Then I suggest doing that. That should be enough to get her back online if she is in the suspended stasis I'm thinking she's in.
We could try making it on the field.
Well, I mean, it's easy enough to get to and from the ship.
I mean, fair.
To be fair, it requires specific equipment that I have on the ship, but not on my person, so.
Fair enough.
Yep. So I will return very quickly to the ship.
Alrighty. You guys return to the... Do all three of you return to the ship for this?
Nah, I'm gonna stay near the grave. I'm gonna give Cyclonus the side glances, man.
Lol.
Just like, why are you here, though? I have so many questions.
He's a guardian of the graves, more or less. It's a long story, but...
Oh, would you like to play some cards? Must be boring being here.
Cyclonus, I'm
I suppose
gonna...
so.
Ah, there you go.
Cyclonus, I'm gonna preemptively ask you to, not indulge any desire you may or may not end up having to kill him.
Why?
I haven't
He has
even
that
said
effect on
anything to
people.
him.
Yes, yet. You have that effect on people, just like I do.
Fair enough. Not as much as you, but yes, I'm not gonna deny the fact. Anyway,
Okay,
Solus
then.
Primes will take out a deck of cards.
Cyclonus will
Anyways.
set up a little table with some
Ye-
spare stones.
Yep,
Alright.
me
Would you
and-
like a bit? I do have some Shanix on me and some Energon.
Me and
No
I
betting
assume
today.
about 9.
Fair enough.
Cloud9, do you return to the ship with Nexus?
Before I do that, before I join everyone at the ship, You know what? I'll hold off on the scientific study of the Prime real. Actually, you know what? I might as well do it. I would like to roll just like their general like, basically like how they're like made, quote unquote, for no reason in particular.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll technology or science.
All right. Let's see here. So that is so we're at 29.
Alrighty. So, yeah, it's very peculiar how this prime must have come to be. It's almost like she was forged from energon itself and not cyber metals, but she has plenty of cyber metal within her and living metal and such. The usual things you find in a Cybertronian, but of a quality unlike any Cybertronian you've ever experienced before. Very much how you imagined Alpha Trion himself it must be as well, if he is also one of these legendary primes. It's almost a mystical quality to it, somehow.
Gears in Cloud9's spidery head turning as you see his pedipalps like rub together, like someone's like rubbing their hands together. He takes a few reference images and simply walks off to follow Nexus, very pleased with himself.
Alrighty. Alrighty, so the two of you return to the ship. Let me just make sure. Alright, you guys return to the ship. Go ahead and drop your tokens, or if your token's already there, go ahead and move to where you would think you're going.
I'd probably be in my room because it probably also has a lab in it.
Oh, most likely.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I should probably go with Nexus then. Give me a moment.
Alrighty. So, time to make your bright energon.
So this would be chemistry, correct?
Yep, and 1 second, this is going to cost you some resources because bright energon is a prototypical resource.
What's your science score at?
At base, it's a D8, but I gain edge and upshift for chemistry stuff.
Okay. I also have something similar. So yeah, I'll just lend you assistance.
Alright, go ahead.
It's
and
funny
roll.
how we both have very similar scores.
Yep. Be good enough. That is a... I'm a low roll. And that is, let's see, plus, that is 17.
That is not enough to make the prototypical item this time.
And I try again. Oh.
Yes, you can.
I will lend you assistance again, but this time, I'm gonna give you 2 of my energy to get those extra upshifts.
Yeah.
we go.
Much better. That is a 14. That is a 34 plus 12. That is
You only need a 20.
46. Yep.
Alrighty, let me mark off the materials usage real quick. Need to pull the calculator for this real quick. But yeah, you've made yourself some bright energon. You've made yourself 2 cubes, which should be enough for Solus's reactivation.
Oh, this should be enough. So we will return to the honored graves.
Alright, give me a second to finish typing real quick. Alrighty. I've updated the resources you guys currently have. Alright, so let me return you to the honored graves. Alrighty. So back at the grave site. Cloud9, it is currently 1-1.
Until they show up, Loose Wires will put in the royal flush onto the stone table, winning the round.
You are quite good at this game, Loose Wires.
Thank you. I was taught by Ironhide. He is a very gambling bot.
Interesting.
Don't ask how many shenanigans he won against Ratchet. It's a lot.
I would not know these bots you speak of.
Yeah, it's just a joke. From my estimation, he won around 20k shenanigans from Ratchet. Yeah. I suspect the old bastard is cheating. But I have no proof. Oh, look, they're back.
I'm going to start getting to work on effectively aiding with the using the bright energon to try and reactivate her or whatnot.
Alrighty.
Would I need to roll for that, or?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll either technology repairs or science medicine.
Technology.
Do you need repairs, by the way?
Be fine.
When he does that, I'll repair him.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty, yeah, that 32 definitely is a success.
44.
Whatever.
You regain 5 HP.
Thank you.
So, as you are repowering Nexus, you hear coming up the pathway some footsteps, some heels, as you're suddenly yelled at. What is the meaning of this?
She's not dead!
Hello,
What do you mean?
She's in stasis.
She's in a suspended stasis. She and Liege
So
Maximo
you're desecrating her grave even though she's not supposedly dead?
To bring
got a problem
her
with that?
back. Look, just give us a second.
You shouldn't even be here, Nexus. You or your friends. Outsiders are not allowed at the honored graves.
I don't see a tablet saying that. Do you?
It should have been told to you by whoever let you come here. He should have told you that. She points to Cyclonus. He kind of just
Don't blame him.
growls at
He's
her.
just the guardian. That's
Like
very
you,
rude of you,
Mistress.
Miss.
Look, Mistress of Flames, I feel like I should be allowed here because unlike you, I was actually a friend of Solus Prime.
You know
Mistress of Flame,
nothing.
what kind of name is that?
It's a title. No one really knows her name.
Fair. Still,
And also,
funny.
shut up for now, Loose Wires. You're
Just
only
saying.
going to make the situation worse.
Exactly.
Your friends sure know how to run their mouths, Nexus. It's best you leave before I do something that you're going to regret.
I'm gonna whisper to Cloud9, prepare the poison. Just stun, not kill.
Mistress.
Just give him
I'm-
a moment.
I'm trying to help her. She's in a suspended stasis. I'm bringing her out of it.
And who gave you permission to do that?
Alpha Trion.
He is with you.
Yes. He's on our ship.
Fine.
He didn't want... Thank
Go
you.
through with this. But once you are done, you are to leave Caminus and to never return. Ever. If I ever see you here again, I will have you torn to shreds. All of you.
You can
Jeez.
try.
Who pissed an oil leak in your coffee? Jeez.
Shut up, loose wires.
Just saying. You
With
got an
that,
attitude
she walks
problem.
off.
It's
I
obvious.
flip her off.
Loose wires, one of these days you're gonna have to learn how to think something and not say it out loud.
Do you like her? I mean, shit. If you want to go on a date with her, be my guest.
I don't. But I
Exactly my
also
point.
don't want to piss off the leader of an entire Cybertronian colony more than
There's
I
three
already
of us,
am.
and we have seen what Cloud9 can do. We can knock her out, just do our thing and leave. But hey, talking helped, so go on, repair the Prime.
Yep, I will.
You talking only
continue
made it worse, Loose Wires.
Exactly.
I have no regrets. She is a bitch.
Oh,
One of these
absolutely. I
days
made
I'll
her a
make you
bitch for
regret
a
it.
reason.
Yep. I mean, she
Alrighty.
doesn't really boss me around, and I'm not scared of her either, but still, I'd prefer not to piss her off more than she already is at me.
Cause a diplomatic
tempted to
issue, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
tempted to steal her hammer.
Good luck with that.
And then
only she can
rewire
use
it so it blows up in her hands.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Not
Probably
being problematic, loose wires.
I'm
Oh,
just talking, I won't do it. Calm
Alright,
down.
so as you're working on Solus, you finally manage to get all of the bright energon into her system. And slowly she begins to come back online. And the color returns to her. Where am I?
The colony
Caminus.
world of Caminus.
Colony world. I see.
Yeah.
So they managed to get the Titans working after all. Good for them. Your spark. Genesis, correct?
Yeah. It's been a long time, Solus.
Yes, it has. Why have you come for me? Why have you revived me?
Well, it seemed like that's the shadows that Liege Maximo was preparing for. They have started appearing again.
I see.
Everything's pointing towards Seraphicus, who became Nova Prime. He's gone missing. He did long ago, but it seems like in order to figure out what's going on with these shadows and how to stop them, we have to find him and his ship, the Proudstar. And here on Caminus, the truth about you and Liege Maximo's plans were revealed.
I
And
see.
something about it simply seemed to suggest that I got the feeling that it was pointing here for some reason.
The Shadow War is coming, as Liege predicted.
Yes.
Tell me, do you think Cybertron is prepared for it?
I'm not entirely sure. I know that we recently came out of a civil war, but I think we're stronger than we've ever been because of it.
And we also got a new Prime.
I see. Then I pray to Primus that our people are prepared for it. The Shadow War comes. And I
Part
feel
of
bad
what
is
we're-
it?
Yeah, that's part of why I am trying to find Nova. It's because I assume doing so will help us prepare in some way or another. He seems to have the most information on these things out of anyone currently, so it's imperative we find him,
I see.
or find out what happened to him.
If I may ask, how bad is the Shadow War, if you don't mind me asking?
Very bad. It could spell
Fair
the very end of all life on Cybertron and possibly beyond.
Oh yeah, no, if I'm being honest, I've been getting the feeling for a while that this Beyonder thing is likely going to be a threat to the entire universe.
The Beyonder, Liege Maximo believes to be as ancient as Primus and Unicron.
A third god, or...
Mind you,
Shouldn't-
none of you
have
have
we-
ever heard the name Unicron ever before.
That's what I was about to... Let me guess. Unicron is the thing you 13 were created to fight against?
Alphatron still hasn't told you, has he?
Never.
He's
You know
the type of
him.
a bot that wants to keep everything under the wraps until shit hits the fan fast.
Yeah, I have figured a few things out about it, though. Like, you guys were created to fight some sort of ancient force, likely equivalent in nature to Primus himself, considering that you were made by him to face it. I also know that whatever it is somehow connected to Dark Energon.
You always
Which
were
we
a
did
clever
find
one,
on
Genesis.
Cybertron.
Yep.
I am still weak from being awoken. Is Alphatron with you?
Yeah,
He's on a ship.
Yeah,
Then allow me to speak with him.
very well. I'll take
Uh,
you to him.
just take it slow. Let your system repower itself. We do have enough energy on the ship to, well, bring you back to full health. And quite a good medical team if need be.
Thank you. Who are the rest of your friends here? She looks to mainly Loose Wires and Cloud9 as she remembers Cyclonus.
Yep.
Yeah,
The,
medical officer Loose Wires at your service.
And the furry spider guy is Cloud9.
Hello.
I
Don't-
see.
Don't overhear the booth, please.
A Predacon. Interesting. You look different for a Predacon.
Oh, I was artificially created in a test tube.
So technically using the DNA of something of a species that evolved from Predacons known as Maximals. So I guess he's technically a Maximal
I
more than a
see.
Predacon.
Well, I sure have missed a lot, it would seem.
Yeah. Just don't ask about Cybertron sister. You're gonna have a doozy. It's not pretty.
I'm sure Alphatron will fill you in eventually.
He better.
Yeah. I mean, you could always shake him down for information. That seemed to work a few times.
I mean, in all fairness, out of the Primes, you were always one of the best at getting information out of him.
Well, he knows not to piss me off.
Yep. So we will take her to the Temenis.
Yeah. What about
Alrighty.
Cyclonus? Does
Cyclonus bows to Solus, who gives him a bow back, and she stops for a moment to talk with him about something privately, kind of thanking him before heading off with the rest of you. Cyclonus returning to his position, meditating in front of what once was her tomb.
I will leave 2 Energon cubes and Energon booze before leaving.
He will give you a nod of thank you.
Yeah. And then chip.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Steve might be in danger. Shit. Oh no, my child! Those fucking cameras now better hurt my boy.
I'm sure he'll be fine. Alrighty, let me go ahead and pull out tokens and stuff for... Alrighty, so... You all return to the ship?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Quite the ship you have here.
Yeah, it's actually the ancient Predacon Knights.
Impressive nonetheless.
Indeed.
Seems to have Quintessonian origins, though.
Yeah, my understanding is the Predacons were sort of... The Knights were sort of enslaved by the Quintessons for a while.
I have much
Apparently
to catch
that's-
up on. I do not know who these knights are you speak of.
Yeah, they're... Apparently before the Predacons were wiped out by the Quintessons, one of them used a shard of the Ember Stone to forcibly evolve a bunch of Predacons, and they became the Knights, and they were sort of under her service, and they were her slaves. They conquered planets and stuff, and then they broke free and...
Alright. That's too much right now. I'll
Fair
ask
enough,
Alpha
yeah.
Trion
Yeah,
in his
roll
spare
around
time.
over them for dump.
Yeah, no, I got it, yeah. But, yeah, it's a whole thing. He'll tell you about it, or...
Yes.
Honestly, anyone on this ship could, really. There's plenty of information about it here, so...
Good to
Zeus
know.
will bolster about the deeds they've done in the meantime when you go talk with him.
Alpha
Alpha
Trion.
Trion.
Ah, Solus. My dear sister, it is good to see you again. Yes, it is good to see you as well, brother.
For some reason, I'm suspecting you're not surprised she's alive, you old bastard.
What was that, loose wires?
Nothing.
That's what I thought. It is good to see you alive, Solus. I knew something was odd with what happened. I couldn't put my finger on it, though, but something always felt off about the interaction between you and Megatronus that led to your demise. Well, Liege and I never said it was a perfect plan. Of course. Welcome to the Knight's Terminus, our home away from home currently. We have stopped at many a colonies since leaving Cybertron in search of Nova Prime. I'm sure Nexus has caught you up at least on that much. He has, but there is much more that you need to catch me up on. It would appear that the feeling is mutual, Solus. When I heard that you were still alive, I went to retrieve something from the Camions. They were not super pleased about it, except for the fact that they learned you were alive. I hope you don't
They
mind.
seem like a
I've been
bunch of
keeping it
assholes.
safe.
I
They're
mean, the
just stuck in
Camions are
religion.
fine. Yeah, it's really mostly the Mistress of Flame who's the problem.
My forge.
We need to make a rebellion.
Oh, it's not that
not
big a problem.
Loose wires, do not start a diplomatic nightmare, please.
I will not. Just
Will
saying.
you return my forge? Thank you. Of course, sister. It belongs to you. You need it. I have a feeling we're going to need all the help we can get with the coming, well, whatever's coming. I'll catch you up on that as well. Good. Well, Nexus, Loose Wires, Cloud9, wherever he is, I know he's around here somewhere.
Probably in his
He'll
room or
make
the
him
vents.
move, probably.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hello!
Hi,
Hey,
Cloud9.
Hey.
I'm coming. I just needed to jot something down for a moment.
Oh, you're fine. I simply wanted to say excellent work. The lot of you have not only uncovered more secrets to whatever Nova Prime was hiding, found a member of Nova Prime's crew, but have also returned to me, my sister, another of the 13 who long has since been lost.
Do we get to get answers to our questions, or are you going to be as
Depends on
vague
what-
as possible?
Depends on what those questions are, and if I have the answers, or if I feel like the answers are appropriate right now.
What is Unicron?
He looks to Solus a little sternly. It's time they know. With what's coming, it's best they do know.
So you know I already mostly figured it out, right?
You haven't, though. There's so much to this universe you do not know, Nexus. And though you think you have started to uncover it, you have not. You've barely scratched the surface.
He's some sort of evil god, right?
Not exactly.
Okay. Well then, elaborate, please.
Primus and
Within much
Unicron.
details.
Primus and Unicron are ethereal elder gods. They exist beyond our concept of reality. They are brothers, antithesis to one another. Neither particularly good nor evil, per se, in the way that we perceive good and evil. But when our reality was created, Primus and Unicron came into it warring for a reason not even we Primes know. All we do know is that when they came into it with this war, it threatened to disrupt what they were trying to create. They were supposed to bring balance to this reality, but for some reason they could not seem to let some grudge of some sort go. Us Primes were created for two reasons. To forge the path of Cybertron and life of Cybertron's own life, let alone life in the universe, but also to stop the war between Unicron and Primus. And that is what we did. We lost the 13th in the process. But Unicron was banished to a far side of the universe, put into a slumber, hopefully to never reawaken. Still being able to keep the balance without disrupting it.
Slumber.
So that's what Dark Energon is.
It is his blood.
I see.
So the
That
Dark
makes
Energon we found was Cybertron's blood, right? I get that. But how did it become solid to be,
Same way
transformed?
Energon does.
Exactly.
I mean,
It
Energon is
crystallizes
the life-
over time.
Yeah, and
Fair enough.
yeah.
So, you said banished, right? I get that. Would this shadow thing have anything to do with awakening the slumbering god?
Solus will pipe into this one. From what Liege Maximo understood, from what he told me, the shadow is something as ancient as Primus and Unicron, but unrelated to them.
A third entity to the already problematic equation.
Yep.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what I was thinking.
Right.
Perhaps another elder ethereal god or something?
Maybe.
Unsure.
If it's as ancient as Primus and that one.
I mean, since if it's as ancient as Primus and Unicron, who technically predate our reality, it'd have to be an existence that exists beyond the confines of our perceivable reality.
Again,
Right.
Liege Maximo doesn't have any confirmations. We don't truly know what this Beyonder is, nor the shadows.
Do we at least know what it wants?
Unfortunately, we do not. Liege Maximo only predicted a shadow war was coming. He never told me if he knew why the shadows wanted war.
Fair enough. So if they win, they would consume the galaxy, which
We
would
don't
it
know what
awaken
they'll do if
Unicron?
they win. We don't know what happens if they win.
Well,
Exactly, and that's the issue.
Maybe. Alright. So how do we stop them?
With relics.
That's what we're... Yeah, that's... Honestly, the reason we're looking for Nova is because he's probably the only one who knows for a fact what exactly they're after based on everything we've seen. It seems like he has the most context and information. He's fought them the most.
I just fear that something may have happened to him.
It is a possibility, but at the very least, he's not the kind of person who'd take that type of information to the grave with him. If something did happen to him, he left the information we need somewhere, and if we continue following the clues he's left us thus far, we'll find it, even if it's not him.
I'm not speaking of him dying. I fear that he may have been corrupted.
Then we uncorrupt him.
Fair enough. Alright, so we have 2 primes on board, a major prime relic, and what's the plan now?
That's up to you all to decide.
Well, did any of you uncover any clues that might show us where to go next?
Yeah. When we found the stasis pod that had Elio's act, there was a message, presumably from Nova, left on it. To find the lost stars, the pieces must be brought back together. Seek Anthan, who will be the first guide to the stars. To find Anthan, seek the free world. Thanks to Hades, we've realized that Grovis must be the free world, because it was the first world that was conquered by the Quintessons to have been freed from their rule.
Well, it is close by. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, so that's 6 plus... It'll take us approximately maybe 13 days to get there. No, sorry, 13, I'm bad.
It's all good. About 12 days.
Yeah, 12 days. Did the Caminans at least allow us to refuel before...
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, before being completely banished off this planet, I need to go sightseeing with my son, so y'all have fun.
Be careful. Don't
I promise not to start a diplomatic war.
Try not to talk to too many people just to be safe.
I won't. It's just sightseeing.
Good.
Steve will hear you driving by and come to join you.
Yeah, come on.
We should have the knights prepared to get ready to leave, quickly. That's just to be safe.
Bitch. It's fair, but damn.
Alright,
There is a non-zero chance that he comes back in a rush with an angry mob chasing him.
Lamau.
No.
Alright.
I would like to motion for Alpha Trion to follow Cloud9.
Alrighty. Alphatron will nod and follow.
Have to see where this goes. Will follow behind as well because I am curious. This seems interesting.
But you weren't invited, though.
I mean, I'll leave if he tells me to leave, but if he lets me, I'll like to see what he's cooking up.
Cloud9 closes the door before Nexus can reach, but he's not gonna, like, block the sound or anything. So, I mean, it's probably really invasive to ask, but why do you hide all these secrets? Kind of feels like it's very inconvenient to us actually trying to help save the world.
Because some things are not meant to be revealed at certain times. Let's just say that each of the primes were created with a purpose and a power. One of my powers is foresight. There are things I know that I cannot reveal, else they change certain outcomes. I can reveal them over the course of time, but not all at once. And I don't tell Nexus about this because it's fun to mess with him.
That I already got, but, you know, before I was just curious as to, like, why you wouldn't, because with an ability like that, I mean, you probably could solve an awful lot, but now that, you know, you explain this to me, I'm starting to get why you don't.
Yes.
Anywho, sorry for calling you here for that. I just wanted to ask this innocent question about the games.
Oh, it's fine. I understand.
You should offer him the booth.
I hand him a joint.
You know, with how much everyone else seems to be enjoying them, I've been curious myself. I guess I'll try it. Thank you, Cloud9. And he will accept, and then begin to walk off.
Alpha trying us now, smoking a booth. Goddamn.
Yep.
Wait, what if he puts it in a pipe? That'd be even better.
Oh, that's exactly what he did. Because he has a pipe.
Good
Once
on him.
Alpha Trine gets out of view, he kind of just shrugs the Nexus and he's like, yeah, no, it's kind of a consequence of future vision. We're just kind of not allowed to know.
Oh, no, I already kind of knew that.
Oh.
I've had that kind of conversation with him a few times over my life.
Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
I thought... Okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense. I just kind of wanted to figure out why.
No, it's understandable. I think most people who've known him for a certain amount of time eventually ask him that kind of question. Because it's not like he necessarily hides the fact that he knows things, he just hides what he knows.
Well, yeah, but also, I don't really know people.
That is fair.
I don't even know the first thing about Shockwave.
Yeah, that's... To be fair, I don't think you're alone on that one.
What, not even you know anything about the guy?
I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I know a fair bit, but at the same time, it's become quite clear that there's so much about him that I don't know that it seems to very much overshadow the bit I do know about him. Not like I don't trust him or anything, but I'm not sure how much I really know about him anymore. Though, at the very least, I guess that he is on our side.
That's fair enough. So,
Yep.
Another thing that I did want to talk about, I just rolled up a new batch of Kush. Did you want one?
Sure, it's been forever.
Alright, here you go. But before anything happens, I'm just gonna say this. The back of my abdomen hairs have been tingling, and usually that means something bad's about to happen. So, fair warning.
Been getting a feeling like that for a while. It only got worse when loose wires were left.
What do you mean? I thought him leaving would make situations better, is what you said.
I mean, yes, but he went on to Caminus, who currently their populace, specifically their leader, has a, let's say, tenuous at best relationship with us right now, and it's loose wires.
You know what, that's... Speaking of, where is he? I'm worried about him.
Like I said, he went on to Caminus.
Oh!
With Steve. Yeah.
Well, let's, ready the ship in case he returns with an angry mob behind him.
Oh, you know, I already made that suggestion. That, is entirely what I'm worried about.
Alright, so... I'm gonna go back into my room, and, you know, make sure said threat doesn't come through the vents. Because I've kind of been guarding over those for a while. Check on my webs.
Fair enough. I'll probably be in my room, tinkering away as per usual.
If you need any help, just ask. Just tug on the webs in your vent.
No prob.
Alrighty. Speaking of Steve and loose wires, in Caminus City, you guys have made it in. So far, you have noticed only fembots, loose wires.
That does not bother me. I'm here for sightseeing and let my boy do his artistic talent, you know?
It is quite fucking gorgeous here. Like, it is more gorgeous than Icon itself. A lot of greenery, a lot of plant life, but also the city structure itself is made of a lot of really beautiful materials. It's very luxurious here.
Oh, can't deny how beautiful it is. Steve, would you
Yes.
like to set up a shop?
Sure, I do not see why not.
Yeah, let me help you with that. And I roll performance to help him set up shop.
Alrighty, he will lend, says he have performance? He does not currently. I have to
It's
fix
fine.
that. But yeah, go ahead.
Uno momento. Good.
Yep, I'll actually quickly change that on a sheet if my thing wants to load.
19.
19, yeah, you help him set up shop real well. It's a very good, very nice setup.
And that way we can earn money and he can paint all his heart out. Win-win.
Yep. Alrighty. He will go
And they
ahead.
were ready now.
Alrighty. He will go ahead and start to paint. And some bots come by and are like, "Oh, hello there. Are you from the
Hello.
crew of the Knights Temenus?"
That we are. This is my son, Steve, and he's a painter.
I see. Some very beautiful artwork you have here, Steve. Thank you.
He does make portraits if you want to have one.
Ooh, Flame War, come on, let's get a portrait together. Alright. Whatever you say, Road Rage. Yes. And they will hand you some credits to get a portrait done.
Money.
Alrighty.
See, I'm not making chaos.
Currently,
Yet.
yeah.
Hey, look, I am nice to others, but just not the flame bitch. She's not here, so we good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he makes in a fair amount of time, he makes a very beautiful portrait of these two fembots. And they are very pleased with it as they thank you both and begin to walk off.
Yeah. Sure. I just pray that the flame one does not show up. It's gonna close our shop.
You know, the sad thing is, I'm not worried at all about Steve.
You shouldn't be. He's an innocent being.
Exactly. True, but he was technically designed as a murder drone.
Yes.
And yet, the one I'm worried about is you. Only you.
That's the point. Hey, look, like I said, as long as the flame one does not Mr. Flame does not show up, we'll be golden, you know? Which she'll probably be here, and... oh boy.
I mean,
I don't
we
like
can hope
the-
not.
I
But,
hope not, but...
You and Steve managed to have another successful day. About an hour or two of successful people coming by, getting paintings that Steve has already made or getting portraits done. Another success. You make about 350 more credits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Time to go shopping, Steve.
Very well. Let us go.
Yeah. And start rebellion. Nah, I'm joking. We go to buy some souvenirs.
Alrighty. What are
Probably
you looking
painting
for exactly?
supplies, probably some tools, and just souvenirs.
Alrighty. So, That'll cost you a total about 55 credits.
Oh, buy it.
Alrighty. After that, what do you do?
Steve, what would you like to do?
I'm not sure. I think we have done everything that I tend to enjoy doing on these worlds.
True, we should get you in... I could go to see some kind of a show, but the ship is waiting.
It is probably best that we return, Father.
Yeah, true. Before any of the police show up and try to escort us with force, let us go.
Yes, probably best.
Yeah, they don't like Cybertronians here because of their leader.
I see.
You go on ahead, Steve. I have a plan.
Oh? What is this plan?
Don't you worry, you little head. I pat him on the head.
You son of a
Okay,
bitch.
then. And he will head on out.
I would like to use Streetwise to spread rumors about Mistress of Flame.
Oh boy.
Oh, god damn it.
Go ahead and roll Streetwise.
My revenge shall be sweet. Alright. $23.
Alrighty. What rumor were you trying to spread about her? Yeah, I'm gonna make you think for this one.
That she has a private dungeon. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alrighty.
It's up to you what kind of dungeon.
About 3 people believe you.
Good. It is all I need. Time to go. My job is done. The 3 people will spread. It will spread like a wildfire. I don't give a shit.
Meanwhile, on the Knights Temenus, a shiver runs down Nexus's spine, and he's just like, that son of a bitch is up to something.
I
can feel that too, Nexus.
Yep.
I returned to the ship.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So, what would you guys like to do next?
Probably travel to... I return and show, hey, there's no mob behind me, see? You were worried for none.
The fact that you knew Look, I'm just saying. I wasn't
Oh no,
worried
you
for
have your
nothing.
reasons to worry. Like I said, I'm not judging. And we just basically paint and then get back. Nothing much. We should probably... Yeah, to Gravis then?
Yeah,
Grovis,
we
but-
should probably head to Grovis.
Grovis.
Probably shouldn't overstay our welcome here.
Yeah, I mean, considering the fact that the Mistress of Flame hates Cybertronians, it's best we take our leave.
Yep.
It's a nice planet, though. It's very beautiful.
Oh, yeah, no, Caminus is lovely, and most of the inhabitants are actually quite nice and pleasant. It's just Mistress of Flames is difficult.
No, you say it like you want to say it. A bitch.
I mean, yes, but she's also the leader of the colony, so I'm sure that comes with its own stress and whatnot.
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
I heard she has a dungeon.
Moosewires,
Yes.
were you trying to spread rumors about the Mistress of Flame?
I know, one of the fembots said that they heard a rumor that she has a dungeon for some reason. And that's me.
Oh,
So
boy.
take that as a yes.
Alrighty, if everyone is in agreement that y'all want to go to Grovis next, then I might end
Yeah.
the session there so that we can do it with other party members present.
Oh yeah. It will be
Yeah.
best to probably end the session here because we are missing 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did do a fair bit despite that.
Yeah,
We fucking brought back a prime.
Yeah, brought back
Huh?
a prime, started rumors, you know.
Yeah, and it has been almost an hour and a half of game, which is a pretty decent amount of time for being short on players.
Yeah.
Is everyone alright with ending the session then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh,
I do need to make missions for the Steve game.
Yep. Alrighty, thank you all for joining us again for another episode of Darkness Rising Project Proudstar, and we will see you all next week. Let me go ahead and
Yeah.